Ready? All right, gonna call this town board meeting to order. The fire exits are outside the back door at each end of the hall. There is a defibrillator across the hall if one is needed. We're starting the pledge of allegiance to the flag and a moment of silence for all deceased residents of Lansing. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll wait for our invitation for a little while because Pastor lives over that way. That he might have gone around for that accident we just had. So we will continue with the roll call from our clerk.
Bartlett.
Here.
Wright.
Here.
Olco. Here. Yeager.
Here.
Potts.
Here. Now we'll come to the public forum. If anybody wishes to speak to the board, please state your name and address and try to keep it to 3 to 5 minutes. Try to address the board as a whole. We may or may not answer you.
My name is Cheryl Pasigny. The address is 7890 Newco Drive, New York. The topic I wanted to discuss and have some feedback on is the Antio Beach subdivision. It's a concern of mine for safety reasons. It's been a topic that I've discussed here before, asking questions for it, and I've done some homework. And I have some information I can provide to share so we can take a look at decisions. I don't expect any decisions, resolutions, or anything tonight. I merely want to put some topics on the table. I may want to pursue a permit for either signage, personal property signage, fencing or shrub permitting, or even potentially building permit. And it involves what is being used now as a roadway, infrequently, but enough where there's concern now because of delivery trucks on a regular basis, daily, 7 days a week. And I feel it's a concern because we have traffic perpendicular to some pieces driveways, pedestrian walking, bicyclers, young children, grandchildren, pets. The property is mixed. So the original subdivision, and I can share with you the original maps, called out for parcel split, but as we know, most of those parcels are combined or owned by the same resident. So much so that mailboxes and normal postal delivery is done at Woodland. But now we have this occasional use for residents, an unmaintained road. And what I've learned is that what everybody refers to as a right-of-way from the original subdivision is not located where the road actually is. The right-of-way is as much as or plus 30 feet away. So there are no rights or easements or liens or anything to the deeds. I've studied some of those, and what I've come to find out is that this is just a historically acknowledged access that is only used in certain portions, not consistently, it's not maintained. There was attempts at associations which weren't official associations. They were a gathering of money to split however they wanted to for gravel or paving or whatever. And since then, people have come and gone and left, and there really is no organization. So I would like to reclaim my property. And I don't think it affects many residents. I've spoken to as many of them as possible that I could reach out to. What they say and how they feel about it may not be as upfront as I would like, but at the end of the day, I would like to especially prohibit the transit, especially at the delivery, bare minimum. And really, this has come to a head this past week I was moving some brush, the neighbors had, we just lost a neighbor, with some grandchildren around, some dogs. Went to move the brush, and just adjacent to the access way came a Amazon truck, but now they're electric, so we don't hear them. And it's up against some shrubs, mirrors are hitting the shrubs, and literally those inches from me. Those inches from my head, and I said, all right, we gotta revisit this. So, I have some documents I can show you if you have any questions about the Rizzo subdivision, why it's not where the road is, why instrument surveys show it in a completely different place. This is done well before the well before the parcel, well before, anything's really out there. And so I know the town doesn't restrict it or regiment it, but for my own property, if I want to use it for other things like other people, put garages over it and so forth, I would like some guidance before I go requesting this.
So actually, that's got nothing to do with the town. You need to hire an attorney and have the attorney give you legal advice on what to do,
Yes.
okay?
He
All right.
says it does not follow prescribed law for 3 reasons, precedents.
That's fine, but the town doesn't own your property, it's not a town road. He has to give you legal advice and do what,
Yes, and he
Okay.
said if we request the permits that I need to build what I
and
want.
go ahead and request the permits. That's what you need to do.
So I understand if I wanted to put a sign up that says, please no access or no deliveries past this point, I would need a sign permit, is that correct?
I don't read inside of that, I don't know if the, off the top of my head.
Off the top of my head, just like no trespassing, things like that, do not need sign permits.
Okay,
It's a private road, that's why I don't think it's 100 feet off the main road, and it's a private little, not even a road, a
You put a
drive.
sign on your property.
okay. And then as far as a fence or shrubs, if I wanted to put something to
You
a
don't
shrub,
need a permit for your shrubs.
for a fence,
For a fence, you need a permit.
The only thing I can see is, like you said, talk to her attorney, because some of the people past her,
Well,
do not have a driveway going up to Nuco, and would there be an ambulance, say an ambulance had to get to one of those houses?
that's gonna be a civil,
That's a civil matter, I
civil
understand.
matter, and they'll
Before we
have to,
tell her to go ahead and plant shrubs.
she doesn't have to come to you to ask, but.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying.
Before you
Fence
block the emergency exit, you want to make sure that, we got to make sure, and what we should do is look at the whole property for fire and ambulance access, okay? If you got shrubs there and your neighbor's house is on fire and we got to get down in there, your shrubs won't make it, I can guarantee you.
yeah, and I understand to that point, there's no maintenance on it, so the seasonal people have no access.
I know we've been down there in the spring for water problems and stuff, so.
Yeah. So it is a problem.
There is an issue there, yes. So as long as everybody's on board and they want to put driveways in so we can get to each house, because that's what you're paying fire tax for. If I can't get to somebody's house because you put shrubs, and this is a driveway that's not a maintained driveway, you
Yeah,
can
so
see where we're going.
There's driveways, all except 2.
Okay.
And so there's adjacent, and if there was an emergency,
And
I'm
I'm
sure.
speaking I'm speaking as the fire chief of the town, not the fireman,
No, understood.
okay?
I felt it reasonable enough to have this discussion so everybody's aware. Put up whatever signage, give people time to deal with it, civil suit or argue or put up a driveway. And in some cases, people have taken that and begun the driveway process. Ultimately, maybe a year from now, I would look to look at building in that area because it's so confined with houses. And we want to put a garage as everybody else has. So I think that's why I'm addressing it, and I do appreciate it.
All right,
Thank you.
anybody got any other questions? All right, thank you, Sharon.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else who would like to address the board? Seeing if there isn't, we will close the public forum. Requesting town board resolution to approve the regular town board meeting minutes of July 30th, 2025.
Arlette,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Volkel, Jaeger, Bus.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to approve the payment of bills from their respective funds.
So moved. Second.
Robot,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Volkel, Jaeger, Bus.
Yes. Supervisor's monthly report acknowledged and filed.
I have it.
Requesting town board resolution approving the highway superintendent to accept the amendments to the original snow and ice agreement dated 12/16/2024 between the town of Hammond and New York State to reflect the extra expenditure for the 2024-25 snow and ice season, and to accept payment of $94,566.96 for such expenditures.
Hmm?
Just what they owe us, we found the roads.
Right, right. I mean, is that
Which is more than what it was.
We're revising the contract.
94,000 over contract.
how much over?
94,000.
We didn't used to have to ask. We just had to write a letter, a note before to them. Now they're making us do a town board resolution. So this is something new the state's doing.
So moved.
Robot,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Volkel, Jaeger, Bus.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to purchase an ice cream freezer for the lodge at a price of $1,514.
Of course, we're gonna say, so we'll do that.
For camp.
Well, we got a lot of purposes for it, but the, old smaller one just wasn't cutting it anymore, and it's kind of a multi-purpose, and we need it for events, with ice cream. We can store cold stuff in the big freezer and then on the top of cold stuff. So we're gonna bring it to the farm, so we can try out.
Yes, it will be a farm fest. Yeah, an
With a
ice cream
freezer.
scooped out of there.
It's on wheels, it's so light, it's so easy to
Oh.
move, oh yeah, like,
Oh,
yeah. I like, yeah, loaded up, oh, this is fantastic, on wheels. Fits through the doorway.
It'll hold 3-gallon tubs. So it holds 8 different flavors.
Good. Can we get a second?
All right, here we go. Robot,
Yes, we're going, oh, I should have put that in there. Yes, we're going to. Sorry.
modify it.
Yes, we can modify that with prices coming out of the ARPA funds. The county only
The county one, okay.
That, we figured out doing it, I didn't bring it in
Robot,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Volkel, Jaeger,
Yeah.
Bus.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to spend $1,158.55 on numerous things needed for Farm Fest.
So moved.
I didn't bring the whole list, that's bounce house.
So, yeah.
The donkey tank, all that different kind of stuff.
The helium tank for the balloons, it's just all in one invoice, so it's over $1,000.
They're all like $300 sort of rent, but if you put them all together, it's that much.
Rebounds house with the helium tank.
Robot,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Volkel, Jaeger,
Yes.
Bus.
Yes. This is for the new town hall, not the actual town hall, but the community center. That will be attached,
Yes, addition.
in addition, yes. Resolution support and authorization of the town of Hamlin's 2025 building recreational infrastructure for communities, kids, and seniors New York Bricks application for Hamlin Community Center. Whereas the town of Hamlin, Monroe County supports the submission of a 2025 building recreation infrastructure for communities, kids, and seniors grant application on behalf of the town through the New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation and Dormitory Authority of the State of New York for the construction of the Hamlin Community Center, and whereas New York Bricks is a funding opportunity designed to facilitate the design, construction, and renovation of community centers and communities across the state, and whereas the town's planning documents recognize that the creation of the Hamlin Community Center would be an important community asset that will serve the purpose of a community center, providing recreational, educational, and entertainment programming to community members, including youth and seniors. And whereas residents of the community as well as town leadership have agreed that the Hamlet Community Center must be constructed, but that the cost is far beyond what the town can presently afford without outside assistance. And now therefore be it resolved that the town board, on behalf of the town of Hamlet, authorizes submission of an application for funding to the New York State BRICS program regarding the Hamlet Community Center, and authorize the town supervisor to be authorized representative for the project, able to execute all necessary documents relative to the project. And be it further resolved, the town board does hereby authorize that they shall provide at least a 20% match of the total of any grant funding awarded as a local match. And is hereby appropriate and obligate such matching funds from the town of Hamlet general fund budget line. And be it further reserved, that the town of Hamlet recognizes and fully supports the submission by MRV Group of this 2025 New York BRICS grant for improvements to the Hamlet Community Center.
Carbone,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Mokel, Geiger,
Yes.
Baz.
Yes.
See what they, how much, cost.
And they say, well, this also will hold for a couple of years. If we get the grant, we don't have to build it, everything immediately. You actually got a couple of years to do it. Because we may need more of this grant, so we may do other stuff. I don't know, Don. We gotta ask first. We definitely can't afford it by ourselves.
No. That could be a lot of money.
It could be $1 million. Yeah,
A lot of money.
$5 million, it's gonna be, that's 20% of the million.
Oh, yeah.
In a while, but this application has to be in by this Friday. So that's why we need to get it done tonight. But like I said, they can approve the grant to us, and then it will still roll over for at least a couple of years, so we can try to get other funding also. And we, if we get the grant, we'll go to the community too, and have something posted to the community, and let them know what's going on and everything. Any other questions? Requesting town board resolution to make the following budget amendments. Increase revenue account L 2770.41 library grants refund miscellaneous $3,637.33. Increase expense account L 7410.456 technology and programming $2,637.33. This was a grant that they got through Steve Holmes' office.
Second.
Carbone,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Mokel, Geiger, Baz.
Yes. Hold on, I got something here, and I don't know if we need a resolution. Oh. Go ahead, vote on it. All right, we haven't asked, but I don't know, it's only like $25 for that book, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think it should be a resolution to make it official.
What are you doing?
The Friends of Recreation want us, the town, to donate a book so they can raffle it off during Farm Fest. It's $25. Either we just give
You
them.
don't need a resolution, but you could do one just to make it so it's on the books and everything, and
Okay.
it's under your spending.
Give it 25, I hope it's not. All right, requesting town board resolution to allow to donate a book to the Friends of Recreation to raffle off at the upcoming Farm Fest celebration.
Second.
Carbone,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Mokel, Geiger,
Yes.
Baz.
Yes. Is there any other resolutions? Okay, let's go into report section.
Okay, so for the zoning board of appeals on 21st of July, we approved an area variance on 6 Hillcrest Drive. for an accessory structure. And then we approved a area variance for 7866 Newco Drive to install a deck. And that was approved. And then we approved an area variance on 512 Walker Road to add a fourth accessory structure. We had a busy night. And then we had area variance approval on 48 Alderbush Lane to add a second accessory structure, which is becoming popular. And then we also did approval on a area variance on 6430 Short Acres Drive for steps and a 6 foot by 6 with a section in front of her water side yard for the existing sliding glass door of the dwelling. And then we also did an area variance. We'll have it open till next month on 5824 West Tacoma. And then we scheduled a public hearing for 3987 Big Schoolhouse Road for a pole barn. So for the zoning. And then for the dog shelter, we had 6 calls, 16 calls for service. Hamlin phone call to 16. 1 dog is currently at the shelter. 4 were deemed to owner. We had 1 vet appointment. Total dogs in the shelter this month was 5. Clarkson used the truck twice and then 4 times for Sweden, and we're preparing for a New York State audit. And in the library, the only I have is Olivia Durant, started as the new librarian.
Today, right?
Yes.
Yes. And that's all she wrote.
All right, thank you. Councilperson Volker.
Okay, the chamber, we did meet, and then I think there's another meeting this week, again, just working on, Apple Fest plans for the hot dog booth at Apple Fest. Still up near what is going to become of the chamber. We won't really know until after, I think, Apple Fest. I guess all chambers are kind of struggling. I mean, COVID just pretty much did this one in, but I think a lot of other chambers are also struggling as well. More than that, I gave everyone dates to report. There's some overlap from the last report. So I won't read everything, but open hours continue the 2nd and 4th Sunday of each month. History committee meeting is the 2nd Tuesday of each month, so that's tomorrow. The transcribing of the letters continue. Upcoming projects include compiling a display on how shopping was done in the town of Hamlin in the 19th century. Dave's doing some research on Hamlin resident Robert Elliott, who was the chief executioner of New York State and a number of surrounding states from 1926 to 39. He wrote a book titled The Agent of Death, and Dave was thinking maybe somehow we could incorporate this into one of the Halloween events.
Yeah, we do. We could do that.
Recreation. I don't know what that would look like, but
That'd be pretty scary.
I think it's just an initial thought.
Sitting right in our account is known for.
We'll be at the Farm Fest making butter. And then he did put some facility needs on here, things we've discussed before. Any timeline on the painting? He was wondering if we could do one wall at a time, so we could remove everything away from one wall, paint that, and then move it back, because it would be a little, there's so much stuff in there.
Probably not. Just, no, because they're putting a whole brand new ceiling in too. So the ceiling has to all go in at once. It's gonna be an all brand new drop ceiling in there.
So there's no way to do that with stuff.
Probably
And
not.
then,
If you drop anything on any of those displays in there,
I'd rather LA told people that. How many pictures? Nobody's trying to start interesting, what do you want?
And he's wondering about, there's an air conditioner there that, doesn't work, and we need to just get rid of it or get someone to take a look at it to repair it.
You want the big one outside, the main one?
I think that's.
I couldn't remember if there's a window one there, but I know there's a regular main one outside that looks under the fence.
I'll ask him to clarify. I don't think there's any air there currently.
Okay.
And then the barn, we talked about all this. Rick said he's got the name of someone who can give us an estimate for the roof. So we can call him and start there.
Yeah, I can get I'll get a hold of him tomorrow to see. I know he's been really, summertime, it's like this crazy time, but. Do we have to get on somebody's schedule to do this soon? Know that? Or is it already on somebody's schedule?
It's already been quoted and everything, it's just when they're gonna do it, and when to get everything out of there.
Someone's getting short. Doing it soon, or they?
I would hope they're gonna do it soon, but I'll give them a call this week.
Everybody's still probably 3 weeks out.
That's it.
Let's see, Hammond Ambulance, they had 109 calls for July, which was almost 24% increase over last year. They have 783 calls year to date, they have almost a 25% increase over last year. They're averaging 112 calls a month so far, which is, it's just crazy. It's the highest it's ever been, and it's only gonna go higher than that. The Hilton Parma Fire District meeting was like a 15-minute meeting because they were all getting ready for carnival, so there wasn't really much to talk about. They still are up in the air about the ambulance, as far as I know. We also,
We're
Yeah.
to schedule a public hearing for it.
yeah. The VFW, they have 3 benches where the heat and the sun and the rain kind of wore off all the symbols that were on the benches, so they're gonna be pretty pricey to kind of get them fixed. They got some quotes at $2,200 a bench, and there's 4 benches, so a lot of money. The summer's been super slow for them, like, if it hadn't have been for the kickball, they wouldn't make any money, but kickball really did such a good success for them. It was the busiest night each week. We have 11 more banners coming. We had some delivery problems with the brackets. They kind of showed up today, disheveled in boxes. So that'll give us a total of 21 banners. Gave a list, we're going to put it in the
Newsletter.
the newsletter, all the members that are up on the polls now. And conservation, they talked about the digital marketing the fish and stuff. They've been tagging a lot. Area 4 is still being worked on, and Area 1 is coming along as projected. The senior report I gave Steve and Patty Joe a copy. They're still talking about the trips and trying not to schedule trips that are going too far, and also have them where there's a lot of walking. And that's it.
Winter. Planning board meeting for the 4th, there was a commercial site plan modification for 1466 Lake Road. These are 2 lots, and they suggested do a property merge because both lots, they share services as far as sewer and water goes. They want to connect buildings. So the planning board suggested a property merge, and they scheduled a public hearing for next month. There was a conservation quarter development permit for 6430 Shore Acres Drive to put a set of steps and a deck within 100 foot of Lake Ontario. That was approved. Preliminary and final single lot subdivision for kind of an odd lot, 427 feet south of the center line of North Hamlin Road. They scheduled a public hearing for that for next month. Commercial sketch plan application for 2865 Roosevelt Highway to put a storage basically behind Quickly's. He had to get a site plan, working on that, and that was tabled to give him time to put things together for the October agenda. And special use permit for 3022 Brick Schoolhouse Road to operate a horse healing business for children with or without disabilities. That was referred to zoning, and they've asked for a site plan and tabled that until the October meeting. Morton Walker Hamlin Fire District, they've had 302 calls year to date. And the only other thing I have is, I don't know, did we get the stuff together for Ag and Markets to satisfy grant? Did you pass that along yet?
Not
Or
everything yet.
do we need more stuff that I can help with to get it?
Sure you can help with
I'll check with you on that.
Okay.
Just to get it wrapped up. That's all I got.
All right, our building inspector.
Okay, let's see, we did 33 permits in the past month. A lot of them were expensive, small sheds where we didn't get big fees. So we brought in a little over $2,000, and the valuation was over $366,000. 18 certificate of occupancy and certificate of completion were done. 237 phone calls in the office, and the office sent out 23 violation notices for various code violations and complaints, which include junk vehicles, unlicensed vehicles, outdoor storage of junk, and lawn mowing. Pretty much the lawn mowing is pretty much taking, pretty much,
Care of itself.
well,
It's not growing
Yeah.
anymore.
it's not growing anymore, so we're doing well. We did have Garrett contracted. They did a great job. And that's about it.
Okay. Highway superintendent.
We've only 5 weeks over the Hilton working on the one school project that they awarded us. That came out very well. Everybody's very happy. That's going to quote on another big project for next year. We have potentially two more to do this year. We're looking at some off-road drainage projects and easements. There's a walking path out in Mountain. Smaller parts of the walking path to Mountain Park tomorrow.
That just the entrances going up to them that you're paving there.
The one that goes from Curtisdale to Green Ridge, and then the entrance from Green Ridge into that park, and the exit down onto the other road out there.
Settlers.
Settlers, the other side of that. And then we'll have to look at in the future, the three that go into the park between Close Hollow and Flemington. And then there's obviously the big one in the main park. And I believe the only more, the one that put the end of the townhouses. Look on the private property.
Yeah, that's a mess over there. That's,
There's no,
there's nothing
It's
there.
kind of like it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
well, it connects to Downs Meadows.
Right.
Oh, that one you're talking about.
That's private property, that's the only spot in there where there's a sidewalk that's not on town property. So I don't know if that'll ever become an issue or not, but we can start picking away at things.
Recreation supervisor.
We're about 3 weeks left of summer camp, which is crazy, but also very exciting. We passed our camp inspection last week. They're gonna be out at the beach this Friday, to do our swimming inspection. We've successfully run tennis camp and gymnastics camp as well. Art camp is going on this week, and then tumbling camp, I believe, is next week, and then we're done with those other camps. Farm Fest is Saturday, so lots of that.
You got enough help?
No.
No, never.
I mean, it is what it is. Sharon's struggling. I think she only has 2 student volunteers. I have all of my staff that's not back at school is on. 8-hour days, 12-hour days. It is what it is. We're not gonna have chicken races this year. It's just, there's just not enough bodies to go around, which is unfortunate, but we'll make it work. We'll be down setting up all day Thursday, because I think my daughter in school on Friday. Tractor parade is filling up very nicely, which is exciting. Normally we don't know what we're gonna get until we get there, and I'm just hoping and praying there's a tractor waiting on at Fox for me, but we've been lucky the last few years, so people are actually registering, which is super helpful. Cutest farmers, we had one in each age group. It was a little bit dramatic this year. One person won by 2 votes, and there was, some discrepancy on what time we picked the winner, but everyone's happy. So one of the winners is going to drive his tractor in there, and the runner-up is going to ride her horse in there, so everyone is happy. Flags started showing up, so we're starting the banners on those. It's going to be chaos, but it's going to be fun. Jeannie's Dance Connection is going to do the dunk tank, so that we have one less thing we got to worry about, which is cool. The following weekend, we have the SUNY Rockport students coming for their day of service. We're going to paint the inside of the lodge. Kids are just kids, right? They just pick at every paint chip that ever existed. And I can't stand the purple wall. Well, I'm not going to pick the purple wall, but I'm over it. So we're going to paint that next Saturday. Just report after school on the fall programming and Spring Fest and Christmas market and all of that jazz.
Okay. I see our fire marshal is here tonight. Would you like to give a report, sir?
Busy month. This is probably the busiest of all year. I've got a lot of commercial structures we're inspecting. And then this year, I'm going to get back in on the duplexes in the town. We're finding more and more. And I'm finding more and more as the building inspector will contest to is a lot of ordering going on in town. We're trying to come up with some programs for that, so pretty busy in the office. That's all I got.
Okay, our town clerk.
I only have one thing to talk about, and that's the website. We're having problems with the search. And that's why we wanted to switch to this new website, was to be able to search our minutes, to be able to find what we're looking for, and it's not working. So the website guy running it said, well, maybe because there's too much documents in the server, and maybe we should purge the old stuff and keep just the 10 years worth of stuff. To me, that seems like it's taking a step back instead of going forward. And I think it's something we're going to have to address, because when we're looking for resolutions on ARPA funds and where it all went, it's going to be a job to find all of those resolutions if we can't search it.
I saw his email, it looked like, is there some, so it said you can't search PDFs, so there's some instruction that everyone's instructed on how to upload documents that aren't PDFs or that are searchable that no one's been doing.
That's part of the problem. And, you know, he said a few years ago, if it's not done right, it's gonna make it impossible to do a search. And now we're at that point where it's now not working.
So is it that we're not uploading things correctly?
Correct.
So I think that might be step one, is for
everyone to start uploading everything
Right.
in the correct format so that this works, yeah. You know,
It's not as simple as just uploading a Word document or PDF. You have to have like 3 different programs
Yeah,
and upload it and save it here, and then like, it's not, he
Yeah.
trained me a few years ago, I was helping Cheryl, or maybe it was last year, I don't remember, they went together to me. But it's not a good system, it's not like
it
anything
is,
I've ever
it is
seen.
a little,
Clunky.
yeah,
It's,
that's a
it's
good
very,
word,
very
it's
clunky, and if you don't do it exactly right, you're essentially writing code, which, I don't know if anyone's ever written code, it's not easy to do. If you don't know how to do it, not do it, it's easy, the kids can do it. And then I think we had talked about, if I'm not wrong, Steve, like just sending it to them and them doing it, but then there was a charge to that, but the system to upload it is not, it's not just like saving it as a certain document and then uploading it. You have to have all these different programs and upload it that way. And it's not even uploading a file, it's uploading it and then adding the code to upload it. It's very, very weird, and if you mistype anything, it does not work. I only do it like 3 times a year because I only have to do my thing, and it's not, I need it, I have to reread my instructions sometimes,
I still go by my instructions,
and they're not good.
and I do it
I'm not gonna lie, it's not good, the
several times
instructions.
a month.
So I don't have a solution, I'm just telling you that it's not just like, we're not uploading it right, which we're not, obviously, but we're not uploading
He
it
said
right.
there is a workaround for that, or the guy from website company?
There's a what, I'm sorry?
Workaround. A workaround? There might be a workaround for that, and that's what was in your email.
That there's some workaround.
Yeah, then if there's something different we can be doing or not.
He made it sound like even if we're doing it right, it's still gonna make the search slow because it's not able to hold all those documents. But I know there's some other options out there. I know, which is awful because we just did this, what, 3 years ago?
For the future. I mean, maybe later on, but right now, budget season.
No, I get it.
So I can look into that.
This winter, whatever, definitely. look
Right,
into it.
right.
But in the meantime, you know, I think we should be working on doing it correctly. And if we gotta find something, hopefully find it quickly. That's all.
Okay. Well, we've been busy, we're starting to get the budget out, just got it out like last Friday. We've been trying to talk to people about healthcare, just trying to find a company. Been working on the Farm Fest some, gonna be working, I got the one wagon here. Working on other things, I put the freezer together today, this sneeze screen or whatever on it, for the ice cream. Been working on the dog shelter a lot because that, it's got to get in there shortly also. And MRB says that it's gonna be tough to, right in front of the building, we're gonna need variances, which I said, it's town property, we can get variances. So we kinda looked into maybe the sale fell through for the bar down the street. It's not even on the market right now. So we went, well, maybe he wants to unload it, maybe we're gonna unload it real cheap, that'd be a great place to have a dog shelter. Bulldoze that building and put up a shelter. We don't know, I haven't contacted the owner yet, the sales person for it, a realtor, I should say, said 240,000. They're nuts, the town hall, just working on all different paperwork for the town hall, or for, you know, our center here and everything. Went down to a meeting at the North End Road Bridge last week, they're coming along nice on that, they got all the beams and everything laid in, they'll be putting in, they gotta put in like these forms for the concrete on top of it. Well, probably a couple months after, we'll be back over. Looking at water lines, gotta probably get a letter out to people on the actual water lines of County Line and Redmond and Cook Road and stuff that we talked about that maybe, because it is gonna hopefully be the 27th. They finally told me, last week Friday, I got in touch with them and said, are you gonna do it the 27th? Well, yeah. Are you gonna tell me so we can get letters out? And invite these people to the meeting? So it might be the 20, right now it's gonna be the 27th at 6 p.m.
Six meetings.
Right before the
6
meeting.
p.m. right before the meeting. If I can get the letters out, and if we can get the people to show up.
We have to put the letters out, or
The guy, when I was going on vacation, I talked to him Friday afternoon. And he was leaving for vacation.
And
So,
then you want that in the paper too,
no, it doesn't have to be.
no?
It's just an
It's just
informational
Oh,
meeting.
oh, that's right, that's right.
So we don't have to worry about the paper.
Right.
And just every other thing for the town working on it.
I guess it sends me down about setting a date to meet with the healthcare people, but we don't even have a company yet, don't we?
Well, we kind of have one pick, but I don't know if she's asked them about dates yet either.
they should just send that blank thing out about.
I think. We talked to a company
Set
last
aside
week.
for the water meeting, make it on that one.
What's that?
What was the other date you had set for?
I think they were all prior to the 27th.
Right,
So
yeah.
not
Yeah.
that long.
No, no, look at me for.
Because I thought you wanted to bring something up about zoning from our last workshop, or you wanted to bring something to this workshop.
Oh, I can do that after the ones, if everybody wanted to help you with stuff, that's fine. What date is it, Cheryl?
Tuesday, the-
21st.
yeah.
What?
21st.
I mean, if we talked about healthcare, it's gonna take a while, which won't give us a lot of time to do anything with zoning.
I sent Megan, I said maybe we could meet with the healthcare folks on a zoning workshop night.
No, I mean, would that take a while, what you maybe wanna bring up? Because that's a zoning workshop night, so I wanna make sure if we have anything of that, we take care of that. And we gotta schedule a different night to talk to the healthcare, we do.
Oh, you can do that, I can do that. Do it at 6, do it out here before.
Okay. We'll try it for the 21st.
6 o'clock.
I don't know, when we used to do zoning workshop, it's usually at least 7, 6:30 or 7. Yeah.
Depends on their availability, right?
Right, but we can contact them tomorrow. We'll contact them and see what they are. Any discussion? Go ahead.
You
No,
sent
you're
us
fine.
that email today, but I think it's nothing we can discuss.
No,
Not an open forum.
No.
So I don't know if you want to have an
we are going to. That's all I want to know about discussion right now, then I'll go into it. All right, seeing there's no discussion, requesting town board resolution to enter into executive session for the medical, financial credit, or employment history of a particular person or corporation or matters leading to appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person or corporation at 7:55.
So moved.
Second. Bartlett,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Bogo, Geiger,
Yes.